Milo, is that you?
There, I think I got it.
Thank God it wasn't on before.
Yeah, because that was really quality podcast, and as opposed to this, which will be as we soar to another level of mediocrity.
We got a lot to cover.
Do we?
I hope so.
Well,
I cleared my schedule for this.
It was a really busy week, so I think so.
Okay, well, we're going this. We have the whole gang together here tonight. We have Chris Wayman.
Good evening.
We have Marcus Newbacher.
Hello, everyone.
The AML Nation's most eligible bachelor.
Hey, oh, never mind. Jared just took care of it.
No. Go ahead.
No.
Scott was asking for instructions on how to get on here.
Scott, who?
He's not been to bust that knuckle in a while.
Not the table master.
No, I don't know. Whoever we were talking with that was going to be late. I thought somebody said it was Scott.
It is.
Scott has no clue. Well, there's a. So the table master's going to join us because what we're going to do. So then, did you want to interrupt me again, Daniel, or should I try to finish off?
It was just so he could get logged on and we could get going properly. That's all. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Oh no, okay.
But who's to say that he hasn't already started?
Yeah. He already started interrupting. And then we have David Lund, all the way from Whiting, Indiana.
Hello, everybody.
How are Coke sales today?
Coke sales today are great. We're doing really good in my market. Also pushing Monster Energy this month to kind of close out some numbers. So I think it's going to wrap up with trimester 2 looking pretty good.
Trimester 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many trimesters do you have?
We have 3 out of the year.
Is it possible to have 4 trimesters?
No, only in Canada because they use the metric system.
Okay. And does Coca-Cola own Monster Energy?
Yeah, so they have I would say they have pretty close to a majority share to where Monster Energy uses Coca-Cola as their distribution network. So we have a lot of say into promotions and distribution rights and kind of leveraging them to be in the market. So I know that when I have the Monster energy drink sales rep working with me like a ride along, he kind of introduces me as hey, he works with me in a sense. So we kind of work in tandem, but yeah, they're kind of under the Coca-Cola umbrella. So they work with us and we work with them.
Now I have a picture of the ride along. Now I have a picture.
Right.
Marcus and Seth, you're old enough. Now I have an image of Reed and Malloy in the car. A ride along. One Adam 12.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, it's kind of cool because for my district area of Indiana and Illinois, one of our Monster reps named Dan, he has a Chevy Econoline van that's owned by Monster, and it's got the big Monster logos on the side of it. So it's Dan with the van.
Ah. We went a long ways for that one.
Yeah.
If it was David driving, I would say it's more like Car 54. Where are you? But
yeah,
with Dan in the van, it might be better.
I had a thought when David was talking about distribution that Monster Energy and Coca-Cola, they have a really good distribution system. I had a thought that's going to irritate Derek if I say it out loud.
We can always edit it out.
We could. Perhaps Strange.com should get in contact with your distribution system.
Wow.
No, we got to leave that one in.
Okay. And then we have kindly old Doc Gartner.
Good evening.
How often do people say gardener instead of Gartner?
All the time.
Yeah. And then we have our very own, the man from just outside Hueytown, Alabama, the sacred grounds of Hueytown, Alabama, Derek Magnotta.
Hello.
And then we have Daniel Banks from Anderson, Indiana.
Yes.
So, and maybe we should take bets now. So the table master is trying to get his stuff working. What do you? Me personally, I think it's long odds that he does. Anybody else? Would anybody want to take some of that action?
I think it'll be the last 10 minutes that we do the first
part two.
Because he's gonna scratch build his microphone.
Yeah.
The Cable Master hasn't been on in a while. We might need to give our new viewers a little refresher on who he is.
We have new viewers.
We have new listeners.
We have new listeners every day. What are you talking about?
I've learned so much in the last few days. Apparently, we have new viewers and crossover listeners.
There are some of those.
Okay.
We have more than one listener. Sorry, John Stackpool.
So when you speak of crossover listeners on podcasts, you're speaking of like the Joe Rogan show or something like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, that's it exactly.
Or the Dale Jr. download.
Oh, it's a great podcast.
It is.
That is a good one.
It is a good one. Yeah, I listen to it.
You can pick any other podcast and you're probably right.
Oh, wow! Look at you go. So the reason we've gathered everybody together for this particular podcast is to have a debriefing of all the fun and frivolity that was had at the Chattanooga, the NMRA National Convention in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which was just down the road from Ringgold,
Yes.
Tennessee.
Which to me was the center of the universe for a lot of us. Ringgold.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was.
Okay.
Spent a lot of time there.
So how can we do this in some kind of organized fashion? Should we go person by person? Because I feel like we ought to leave Chris almost to the end. Like Chris you might have to be part two, Chris. Well, I feel like if we start out with Chris, we won't get to hear anything that anybody else did.
I'll just put myself on mute and just call me.
Well, no,
I'll just come back in like an hour. It's fine. I'll go watch TV.
No,
run some trains.
No, you're going to be able to
contribute.
Yeah, you're going to comment as we go along. But I'm afraid if we start with you, well, maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should start with Chris and get that out of the way, and
then part two is everybody else.
Yeah, or have two parts of the Chris Wayman experience, because I just have a feeling that that's going to involve much discussion and carrying on and mirth and merriment.
Mirth and merriment.
It does feel wrong to talk about Chattanooga and bring the Chattanooga guy in at the end.
Yeah, but then that's kind of like, I mean, do we do this?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, actually, because then you can let other people kind of relay their experience, and then I'll hop in, and then at the end we can cover whatever other people didn't cover. Because what if I overcover? What if I talk about all the stuff and then other people wanted to mention that, whatever they like the most?
Then they can just jump their butts in.
Yeah,
on
then
the
they got to jump their butts in. Like maybe because really you're the star in this particular episode, Chris. I feel like you're the star of the show. You're like the Burt Reynolds character on a 1978 Johnny Carson show. Like, like bring Bert out first and, have mirth and merriment with Bert. And then if there's any time, we can always bump Daniel.
Yeah.
We can always edit out his comments.
Oh, yeah. Daniel has some good stuff for this one.
Oh, Daniel has some good stuff. Maybe we should start with Daniel.
Share that with other people.
Yeah, Daniel has some good. Yeah, well, here's a little, David, back me up.
Yes.
If I'm wrong, I want you to contradict me and point out that I'm wrong. Okay? Will you promise to do that?
I promise.
Okay. Me personally, I have no idea what Daniel wants to talk about because he rarely spell checks his text messages.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm also a bit concerned, Lionel, that if we give him the floor, we may learn more and more about sea otters.
Yeah, that's true.
No otters today.
Oh, look at that. There's the table master.
We got
He
it.
took me over.
Got it.
Very nice. Going to put on his headset. He's putting his
Look at the
head.
head on
Now you're
that.
going to see if he can hear us.
Look at that.
Can you hear? He's with thumbs up. We're getting a thumbs. Say something.
Hello.
Wow, it's working.
Wow.
My hands are up in celebration.
Well, I guess
It's here.
Wonderful.
I guess I lose my life savings.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, Scott. I was I was very skeptical about whether or not you'd get your stuff working.
I think I won still because it looks like that microphone scratch built.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
So
it's
Scott,
scratch built, all right.
So Scott, you can help us out here. You can be. You know what? You can be the partisan vote.
Oh, wow.
So we're trying to decide whether to start out with what Chris Wayman has to say, or we're trying to decide to start out with what Daniel Banks has to say.
Wow. There's probably a lot to be said there.
Yeah. Well, and then I want to get into this whole NMRA model judging fiasco that you were part of.
No, I don't want to talk about it. Oh no. Let's start with Chris first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said he was kind of like the Burt.
Nothing against Daniel. I had a good dinner with Daniel. We had a good time.
Oh yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Did he pay for it, or did you have to pay for it?
No, he paid for it.
Perfect. It was a good dinner.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember, Scott, which shirt you were wearing?
The night of dinner? Hold on.
It was a gray shirt.
Had a sea otter on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Daniel, is your name Scott?
No, I just have a picture of him that day.
Well, okay, but then you got to let people say their piece.
What shirt was I wearing on the train? That's the same shirt I wore to dinner. So
Beige.
Was it beige?
Your beige fishing shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Shirt.
Yeah, it was actually. I think it was actually green because I knew if I wore a white shirt, I would have soot all over me or soot.
What train were you on?
A very long day.
Right, but which train was it? Do you remember?
It was the what was that, to the summit? I believe was the place.
Somerville.
Yeah,
Steam to Somerville.
Yeah, the steam to Somerville. It was
4501.
4501.
Oh.
Big shiny green engine.
Were you there, Seth?
I was, but not on the train.
Oh, you were rail fanning.
I had rubber wheels chasing it.
So Scott, you chose to ride the train?
I did.
And
me and David and Bill, we sat together.
David, who?
Stark.
Oh, okay, David. Oh, okay, you went with the Stark brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I stayed seated for about the first 30 minutes, and then I walked the whole train, and then I found a good window to prop in, and I stayed there all day.
All right. And how long was this train ride?
Let's see. We left around 9 o'clock and got back around 8. So
holy mackerel!
Yeah, it was a long day. Yep, it was a long, hot day.
And what day? What day of the week was it?
Thursday.
Okay. And Seth, so you were rail fanning after it?
Yes.
That was a cool thing. It was fun seeing everybody rail fanning. I'd take pictures of them taking pictures of me, and it was just a fun-filled day.
Okay. And Seth, so where, don't take this the wrong way, Scott, but I'm going to ask Seth more about the details of the train.
Well, I will take it wrong.
So Seth, what train was this?
The Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, TVRM.
Okay.
And the train was sponsored by Scale Trains.
Okay.
And they had special ticket sales to join in, and they went down to Somerville, and they turned the locomotive on the turntable and had a picnic lunch, and then it came back to Chattanooga.
Okay, and so you went. So why did you choose to rail fan as opposed to riding? Did the Stark brothers and Scott not ask you?
No, we weren't asked, but we were also not told to not go.
Oh my God.
Marcus and I were just being more casual about the whole thing. So turned out the train actually went through the parking lot of our condo where we were staying. We literally walked over the one day to watch the train go by. So it's pretty cool.
So Marcus, you were doing the rail fanning too?
Yeah, I rode along with Doc, and we did a little chasing in the morning and then did some other things and then came back and rejoined it in the afternoon on the way back.
And was it hard? Well, like was what kind of crowds was around rail fanning it?
There was a good number of people out there. It certainly wasn't big boy levels of crowds, what you saw from all that. But there were a good number of people out there chasing it. Saw a lot of people we knew. I mean, whether it was chasing or when they stopped to do the photo run by, which is one of the places we stopped to get the picture, got to see a lot of folks out there.
People were yelling at Marcus from the train when they go by. Besides Scott.
Yeah. Any eligible ladies yelling at him?
One.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just takes one.
The what?
It just takes one.
And Daniel, where were you while this was happening?
With them.
With them.
That's it.
Yep. Sort of with them. So I rode with Gary Dean and his son, and we were chasing with Seth and Marcus and Chris.
Oh, so you were rail fanning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you all kind of stuck with it a little bit more than we did because you got some extra shots.
Yes, we did.
Earlier in the day on the way down in that. So Seth and I kind of broke off and did some. I'm trying to remember now. What did we do?
Did we do a couple clinics or something?
We did a couple clinics, I think, and then we came back to pick it up later on.
And we did pick it up. Sorry.
We went to Tennessee, Marcus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We went to see a railroad off hours.
On the wrong day.
Oh, yes. You must tell that story.
Okay, Chris, why don't you do the intro to this story?
Okay, well, I was told to wait, so I'm trying not to talk.
Well, no, it's not that you can't talk.
Hey,
you can't monopolize the talk.
Marcus and Seth, tell them about how you went to a layout off hours.
It was Marcus's fault. I was just driving.
Blame it on me. What was that? A 45-minute drive, maybe from where we were. Pretty good drive, and we went to this beautiful neighborhood up on a mountain. Nice
inside the gates, gated
community. Not really great place.
Slide through with the cement truck. Followed on his bumper. We got through.
And we pull up in front of the house, and as we pull in front of the house and get out of the truck, a gentleman's pulling out of the driveway that we were going to visit. The house that we were going to visit, and we were thinking it was one of the folks that was on tour, one of the tour participants. And Seth said, yeah, we're here to see, I don't remember the gentleman's name now. He said, that's me, and I'm not home. I said, well, we're here to see your layout. He said, yeah, but it doesn't start for a few hours yet. And so we went back and looked at the book, and sure enough, we had looked at the time from the day before. And so we were there, 3 hours early? But he was really nice about it. Opened up the house, and we went and looked at the layout and visited with him for quite a while, and it was very cordial. We were just the first visitors for the day.
Do you remember
which? Just brought him donuts.
Yeah. Do you remember which layout it was?
It was a Florida East Coast layout, primarily with some freelancing.
Chuck Higdon.
Chuck Higdon's his name. Yeah.
Have you ever been there, Chris?
I have not. He usually operates. The time he operates doesn't work with my calendar because it's about an hour away. I've not. I'd like to. It just doesn't work.
Has he ever invited you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, I've operated with him on another layout, and he said, you are welcome anytime. It's just he does one session's like during the week, during the day for folks that are retired and whatnot. And then the other one's like at 5 p.m. on Mondays, and I cannot get out of the house that early on Mondays. So I'd like to eventually get there. I've heard it's neat and it's fun to operate on. So
what's interesting,
tell them you're friends with Marcus and Seth.
Yeah, the two guys that showed up the day they shouldn't have been there.
Random guys. Well, I don't know. It depends on how you took it. He might have been mad after you left. So.
Right.
I was gonna say, he got an invite, but the guy lives in a gated community. He just didn't give him the code.
Yeah.
But I think one of the interesting things about that layout is it was a double deck layout that he had built in a previous home in New Jersey. Was it, Seth?
New Jersey.
And he took the layout apart and rebuilt it. Put it back together here there in Tennessee.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, modular sections, but it was a full basement filling layout. It was
wow.
It had just completely been taken apart and put back together, which you don't see very often.
Did you invite him to be on the podcast?
We did not.
Okay. Did you mention the podcast?
We probably did.
That seems, yeah.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah. Were you wearing your AML shirt?
I was not that day.
Did you take one?
Yes.
Okay. Seth?
Yes, sir. I had it, but not with me.
Okay. Well, maybe you guys should have carried it around with you or something.
Like a cape.
I haven't gotten any T-shirts lately, so I'm kind of running low.
So was this the same day as the train ride?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did some driving.
I'll bet you did. So who was driving? You were driving, Seth?
Yep.
And so did you take the Tacoma?
Yes.
All right. And how long? So you guys live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Marcus lives not far, kind of like southeast of Salisbury.
Yes.
Northeast
of me.
Yeah, I'm asking Marcus if
correct. That's right. Yes, southeast of Salisbury. Yeah.
And Seth, you live just off of 485.
Yeah, it's hard to find though.
It's not hard to find, but what's your favorite part about what the connection that you and I have about the fact that you live just like a
You
mile?
can blow your horn and I hear you go by.
Yeah,
almost
for years, at least twice a year, sometimes more. I make a point of not stopping at your house.
That's where it starts. Starts and ends right there.
Yeah. I went to Scott's house once and I smashed up his bus. I was telling somebody that story. Who was I telling that story to? Oh, David, wasn't that we were interviewing Steve Goring?
Yes.
Yes, and wasn't I telling him the story of smashing up the corner of Scott's bus?
You were, because we got on the conversation about how Steve needs to buy an RV so you can go to the Ben Franklin RV Park, which is next to one of our major sponsors.
Exactly. And then, Scott, I was telling him how I backed your bus into the corner of your garage one day. So you can expect to hear from Steve. He was very disappointed in my efforts.
I would think.
Wow. So on this train ride, Scott, there was like photo run-bys as well?
Yeah, but I didn't participate.
No, you didn't get off?
No.
It must have been tiring if it took that long, eh?
It was very tiring.
And was it a bus? Did you have to make your own way to the tent? What are the initials, Chris?
TVRM.
Tennessee Valley
Railway Museum.
Railway Museum. Did you make your own way, or were you on it? Was it a group bus that took you out there?
No, I drove.
All right.
I went by and picked some people up and then went on over.
You picked up,
I think there was
the Start Boys.
Yeah. Well, I first had to carry Jonathan to the convention center because he had a bus he was going to carry or get a ride on. I'm like, you can ride over with us. No, I'm going to ride the bus. So anyway, I dropped him off and picked up the brothers, and we went up and took the ride. But then Jonathan was begging me to ride him back home.
I didn't want to ride that bus again.
No.
So what did you decide?
I let him go with us because we were all going out to eat at a really nice pizza place. So.
You didn't go to the Pickle Barrel?
We were going to, but I couldn't find it.
All right.
What was the name of the pizza place?
Bros or some Pizza Bros.
Fellas.
Oh, Good Brothers.
Good
Fellas.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, Lionel, I think there was like 400 people on that train ride, I think is what I read.
Yeah, that was kind of like a big deal of the week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Seemed to be. Yes.
How much was it?
$150, I believe, is what I paid for it.
Okay. So, Derek, on that Thursday, what were you doing?
I was sitting on the beach.
There's a beach in Chattanooga?
No, I was in the Outer Banks, sitting on the beach, probably reading a book, probably maybe in the pool. Who knows?
Please tell me you were wearing shorts and a T-shirt.
Absolutely. And,
How short were the shorts?
That's an inside joke. Forget that.
They were an appropriate inseam.
Yeah. Well, now we got to tell everybody. So earlier we had a conversation amongst some of us about the length of the shorts that Derek prefers. That's the entire extent of it.
Yeah. Which may become a new Kelly question.
Actually, yeah, that would be a good Kelly question. What is the inseam length you prefer on your shorts?
Derek's is 2.5 inches.
No, his was 5 inch 5.
I think that'd be kind of rude to ask somebody that. I really do. That's rude.
Well, it seemed like information overload to me, Scott.
Yeah, me too.
But to be fair, I shared that in response to getting grief from Daniel. Like everything, Daniel causes grief, and then you have to do something about it.
However, in fairness to Daniel, before you replied to his text, it took 4 or 5 of us a couple hours to decode what it was he was trying to say.
This is true, and I still don't know if he ate at a pickle barrel or Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
the pickle barrel.
What was that other? Oh yeah, there was something about a loco, and you put some other word, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Lock.
Yeah. You know what the best part of that is, Daniel, and your pathetically proofread texts.
What's that?
Is most of the time I can guess what it is you're trying to say, but regardless of that, I always send some smart ass text in reply because you once again have screwed up.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
So where were you part of you? So you did some rail fanning for this train ride.
Who are you talking to?
The same person I was just having I thought we were having a very pleasant conversation.
Okay.
Thing.
I just want to make sure I didn't want to answer for somebody else.
Okay, well, no, go ahead. Just, tell me how tell me how Seth's day was. Like, was Seth really annoyed that Marcus made him drive all that way for nothing and then force his way into somebody's house?
He was very nice about it, so I think that he didn't mind too much. Mainly because it worked out for them. Had it not, I think he would have thrown Marcus's butt out.
Okay. So what was this? So why did you decide to rail fan this trip?
I took a different trip on the train a day before that, and so I just thought, it's a long trip. I've ridden behind a steamer before, but it'd be fun to get out and rail fan it. So that was it.
Okay. So Scott, before the convention, did you and the Start Boys kind of what's that word? What's the word? Organized? Not organized. There's a bigger, fancier word for organized. Organized.
Plan.
What's that?
Did we plan anything?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Okay. So you and the Scott Boys were on some sort of little group message thing. You were messaging each other back and forth. It would have been fun.
I just actually called him on his phone, and we talked like normal people.
Oh, okay. All right. So Daniel, how much time did you spend following this train?
Gosh, I don't know. It was
was it an all-day thing for you? Was it an all-day thing?
Half a day. I think we caught back up with them about 1:00 in the afternoon. So, and then it was the rest of the afternoon and into evening for dinner. So,
and what kind of locomotive is it?
It's a
Marcus
steam engine.
Yeah, but I can't remember the
Marcus. You want to or Chris? You live there. What is it?
I don't know. It's the 4501.
All right. Well, okay. I
don't know what the arrangement is. I'm sorry.
Okay. I guess the point I'm trying to get at
282 Mikado.
That's it. It is a Mikado.
Sorry. Okay. I guess the point I'm trying to make is like what I'm trying to understand is it the same kind of big deal as the Big Boy, or this train runs fairly frequently and the excitement was that, all our pals are out there enjoying it, so let's all get together and follow it? Like it wasn't like this train must run on a semi-regular basis, eh?
Can I speak to that? It does run fairly regularly, but it always draws a crowd. Especially, now, and I brought that up in our pre-show about Chattanooga, they painted it into green this year. So it's drawn even extra people because of its new paint job. In fact, a few of the folks, when I was chasing it that I ran into, had traveled considerable distance just to chase the steam engine. It was also special because it was a rail fan trip sponsored, as a part of the convention, and they don't normally run on a Thursday, right? They run on the weekends, and it's like, grandma and grandpa bringing the grandkids for a trip, and there's always some rail fans on it, but this was all rail fans and modelers, right? That's why they were there. and the people chasing it. So I would say it's special. It runs that route. Like you could go on a Saturday, every once a month and see it, but it was unique because of the special train that it was with the photo run by and stuff like that. Like the normal trains don't do that.
Okay.
So.
And so, all right. So it's just a big deal. All right. Let's get off of that because we've killed 31 minutes already.
And we also skipped 3 days by talking about the steamer.
Well, no, I understand that. We're going to go back to, because there's so much to talk about in your particular life. Like, you know what? To be completely honest, I'm trying not to start talking about your adventure, Chris, because for two reasons. I can only imagine it's wildly entertaining, and it's going to be all I can do to not make smart-ass remarks at some point along the way about the whole thing, because I remember we talked about you were concerned about parking. You know what? I actually, after listening to that particular podcast, I didn't release it until the Saturday because I thought, Jesus, he's so worked up about this. If people hear this, they're liable to start showing up and asking if they can be part of an operating session. And I better just lay low on this for a minute.
That's funny. That's funny.
So, yes, we have skipped over 3 days, but Scott has joined, the table master has joined us, and we wanted to make him feel welcome.
Welcome, Scott.
Thank you very much. I feel very welcome. You're welcome.
When did you get it? So, Scott, you left on Tuesday, didn't you?
Yep.
And because you were going to did you take any models for the contest?
No.
And how did you get involved in judging? What's so funny about that? Who's laughing?
You've been talking to somebody evidently, and that's a subject I'm kind of not really wanting to talk about.
Well, no, I don't. Okay, somebody fill me in. There must have been somebody's giggling away here. Somebody fill me in. What happened? Don't you fill me in, Scott. Somebody else better fill me in, because then we got to do a commercial for whiterosehobbies.com.
Oh, yeah, we need to do that.
But so everybody's giggling. What happened? Daniel, you seem to have your ear to the ground on all this stuff. What went on?
So Scott may have taken a model or two and just may not have actually won the entire national contest like he has previously.
There you go.
So he did take models.
He took models.
Chris?
I actually took a lot of models. Because I didn't have to fly, so I figured I could carry a lot more,
Right. Well, you never have
participation.
you never have to fly. You choose to fly.
Right. Well, not anymore. I've pretty much stopped doing that.
Okay. How are you coming on that jet, by the way?
Not very well.
All right. You're kind of a disappointment if you're not.
I know. I like being disappointed.
Well, good for you. So,
just like the listeners of this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you fit in so well.
There you go.
So, okay, somebody please. He took a lot of models. He didn't take a lot of models. What happened?
He did take a lot, and he got a lot of participation trophies.
That's all?
Mm-hmm.
No,
he did merit on one, right?
I merited on all of them.
Oh, did you on all? Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't win any. You didn't win any prizes?
No, I won third place on 3 engines or 3. I got 3 third places, which I thought that was outstanding because I wasn't even thinking they would place. To be honest with you, I was just mainly taking those to show, S-scale. And the one I worked on the hardest, I don't even want to really talk about it.
Because it didn't win anything.
Well, no, it's not that. It was a big letdown. The whole
was the whole convention ruined for everybody because your model was a letdown?
No. It wasn't that. It was the. I promised the guy I wouldn't speak about it a whole lot because he was very embarrassed about what happened. But I must say the what do you call it? Not the people that ran the contest room and all, they did a great job. Don't get me wrong. But they didn't allow us to open it.
Open what?
So the models weren't on display as long as they normally would have been.
The models were on display for only a day and a half. So there was really no way for anyone to get in to see them because they opened probably after lunch on Tuesday, and we had to have our models out of there by Wednesday at 7:00.
What? Oh,
Yeah, that was a little
Interesting.
silly to me, but Jonathan explained to me that they couldn't find volunteers, but I'm thinking, what do you need volunteers for? All it is models in a room. People go in and watch them.
It's a volunteer
I don't really
organization.
understand whether it was about volunteers, but I'm not a showrunner, so I don't know. That was a little disappointing to me.
So, Daniel, am I hearing this right, that Scott made a scene at the convention?
No, Scott was the epitome of grace.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
All right.
No, I did. I had a score that I thought was very unfair, and I asked to be rejudged on it, and they did rejudge it, and it scored much, much, much better the second time while I was sitting there with them.
Wow. Scott
With
takes
a big stick in his hand.
Yeah.
Evil look in his eye.
Well, I guess I misunderstood what modeling was when you're doing something from a photo. I misinterpreted that. So,
what exactly is there to misinterpret there, Scott?
well, the comments were my grass was too neat for a barn scene, and I didn't have enough stuff in and around the barn. And I look at the picture I had, and I'm like, Anyway, it's confusing.
So, if I understand correctly, they provided a picture of a barn on which to model.
No, I went onto the internet and found one to model, and that's exactly what I modeled.
Interesting. And
They saw something different in that photo I had taken or had provided that I built the model after than what I evidently saw. Because they saw really nasty grass, chickens all over the place, cows running in and out of the barn.
Detritus inside the barn.
Yeah, and junk hanging out the doors of the barn. And the barn didn't have a foundation either, because the barn had grass growing up the side of it, and you couldn't really see the foundation. But anyway, it is what
barns
it is.
don't always have foundations.
That's what I thought, but I've built a few in my life. But
this feels like the classic predicament in model railroading.
it's the classic when you have something judged, you never know what's going to happen.
That's true, but there is a difference between the people chasing a caricature and the people chasing realism.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it sounds like whoever judged yours wanted a caricature.
Yeah, because a lot of the ones that were there, I think there was a total of 10 in that category. But and believe me, they were some really nice ones. I mean, they were top notch. But they were all kits, and only 2 of them had to be, for a merit. And so it was a total of 3 of us. And the rest were, like you said, they were like you would see on a cartoon, with 500 chickens and a nice fence all the way. It was just, I guess, to me, I like to model realism, and that's not real if that's not what you see in your photo,
Marcus?
Yes, sir.
I know we swore to never talk about this in public, but I feel that this is an opportune time for us to come forward with a truth that you and I have spoke of for many, many times in the past. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You and I have had many a conversation that oftentimes we thought that the grass around Scott's barn was too neat.
Yeah, it's too green and
too well manicured.
too well
manicured.
Not enough.
Too manicured is what it was.
Yeah, not messy enough.
Right.
I mean, Marcus and I have had endless conversations about this.
I know, and that's I missed out. So.
Well, I feel like Marcus and I are responsible for not informing you better about what we thought about the grass around your barn.
Despite of what the grass looked like on that day you took the picture, that it normally is a lot messier.
Yeah, I just picked a good day.
Yeah.
The day I modeled
having
it
a
was
good
the
hair
perfect day.
Somebody drove by and mowed just before that photo was taken.
But the good thing about it,
caged up all the chickens and took them away.
Yeah. That happened.
Really,
Go ahead.
there is a good thing about all this.
Okay. Yeah, I find
I
that hard.
learned a lot more about how judging is done in a NMRA judging contest, and it humbled me a great deal. So,
Okay. Except for the fact that when you went to Dallas, you won every award that was going.
yeah, I was
So it's not like
very lucky.
So it's not like you didn't know what you were doing.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I figured it out, and some people can agree, or I'm sure people will disagree. I figured this out all by myself. What people look for in contests is the biggest thing with all the shiny buttons and whistles and really something unusual. Just a normal little barn, if it's not bigger than the other barns or has more stuff, it won't do good.
So you think your house that you won
because it had a lot of
there's a lot to look at there. There's all the exposed rafters and all of the things that were all the detail that was there that wowed people.
Yep, because I've built buildings for other people in HO, and I've carried them to our local NMRA gathering, and they would be the biggest, grandest thing there, and they would win first place hands down every time. But if I just take one of my little mill houses there, didn't even get a vote. It's all about being big, noticed, and
so I'm going to throw out a little bit there because I deal with this a little bit. What Scott's talking about was actually a popular vote contest. So the people walking through the contest room got to vote. And I tell people in my division all the time, your model can be the most technically perfect thing in the room, but if it doesn't connect up with the people doing the voting, like if they don't connect with it in any way, all that technicality is pointless because they won't vote for you.
Right.
They'll vote for a lesser model that engages them a little more. And that's the tricky thing, is figuring out what that engagement is.
And that's all the shiny bells and whistles.
Yeah, sometimes it is just a lot more to look at. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's also like a really good topic of just the general idea of being a scratch builder or just a modeler, that we could model the mundane, everyday kind of stuff and find the beauty in that. But the average person or maybe a judge is only going to look at the spectacular. Like, I would say, looking at like the model plane industry, everyone likes the F-14 Tomcat, or a Corsair. But if you model a MiG-21, no one's really going to bat an eye at that because it's not that flashy wow kind of thing. Or to bring it back to model trains, like modeling a maybe like a GP10 and doing scratch building compared to a big boy kind of model. So
yeah, and see, I don't really even know the results of the popular vote because I left early Saturday morning.
In a huff?
No, I had some issues I was having to take care of. But anyway, I tried, listen to this one, not to get off subject, but we went out to eat with Speed and what was the guy? Jeff with Rail Logic, I think it is. Yeah.
Jeff Schultz.
Yeah.
And Chuck Stansel.
Stansel, yeah. But anyway, we all went out to another pizza place, and I'm sitting there, and I just had a phone call that I might need to go home, and I'm thinking, if I go tonight, I'll be in Atlanta by maybe 12:30, and there won't be any traffic. So anyway, I left. I got to Atlanta around 12 o'clock. I was a little ahead of schedule, and guess what? There's 5 lanes north and south. They had 3 lanes closed down for paving. And I sat, and I sat, and I sat. And I'm sitting there looking at the carpool lane, the one little lane over there nobody's ever in. I'm like, why would they not open that the night they're having construction,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's off subject, I know, but I didn't get home until like almost 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And I was a little huffy by then.
Rightly so.
A lot of time to sit and stew.
Yep, there was a lot of stewing going on.
Well, you know what? I think Scott. Unfortunately, I'm afraid. I feel like I got to take you to task because I think you have nobody to blame on this but yourself. Because if you go to White Rose Hobbies on their online and their whiterosehobbies.com, Woodland Scenics has a whole collection of geese and chickens that you can purchase.
And I bet they do.
And that you could have put on there on your manicured grass, and your manicured grass wouldn't have stood out so much.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I would
Or
like to know what the popular vote, what the tallies were on that, because I know a lot of people would probably come in there and they wouldn't have probably even given my model a second look because of that one thing. It didn't have enough chickens and cows or a little boy riding a bicycle or whatever.
well, I know it was on a couple of the chat groups. People were saying some guy entered a barn without any chickens and
Yeah.
grass was
It was
too
an embarrassment.
Yeah.
I tried to let people know, tell people they don't know me. So, anyway,
I got a text from David Start saying, "Can you believe this guy?
I bet.
He put a model of a barn in where the grass was cut and there was no
Yeah.
chickens."
Yeah, 0 chickens. Not even a horse. I did have, you know what was funny about it? My wife said to me the night before, she said, "You need to put a cow or something by the fence." So I'm like, "But there's not one in the photo, and they'll probably ding me on that." But I did. I put the cow right there.
So that's the lesson. You listen to your wife, right?
Yeah, from now on. And I did have an old car because there was an old car in the photo, but I weathered it a little too much because I messed the paint job up. So I hid that with some weathering. And I even said they're probably going to ding me on that because the car's weathered more than the actual car in the picture. But evidently, they didn't even pay attention to that. They didn't see my one cow or my one car.
Did you tell them that you had previously been best in show at Dallas? Like, did they know who they were dealing with?
Yeah, I think the ones that gave me a 1 remembered me from Dallas. I really do, because I know I'm not going to say anymore. But
Okay, well, next time, if I was you, I'd tell them that you're close personal friends with the guy that's the foundation director at the North Carolina Transportation Museum.
I tried everything. All I got was a 1. Big old fat 1. And and the head guy said that the magazine left me a little card wanting me to do an article.
Which magazine?
The NMRA. And he said, "Well, that's good because at least they liked it." And I was like, and I looked at that guy and I said, "Are you kidding me?" And he said, "Oh yeah." He said, "If you do write an article, don't say anything about this 1." And I'm like, "I won't."
What do you mean you actually got a
What
1?
category did you get a 1 in?
Hold on a minute. I can't.
He happens to have the paperwork right there.
Yeah, right there. He's been ruminating over that all day still.
This feels like the 2000 presidential election. You know?
I have the corrected. No, I have the corrected score sheet and the original. I got a 1 on details.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was
one out of what? 1 out of what?
20.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was like a slap in the face, buddy.
Wow.
Wow.
Those
On
evaluators
conformity,
didn't know what
listen
they
to
were
this,
doing.
though. I'll give you a rundown.
Yeah, give us a rundown.
Construction, I got a 29 out of 40. Details, I got a 1 out of 20, but my grass was too neat. It's what the note is.
Did they actually write that on there?
Yeah. I'll read it verbatim.
And he provided a binder that had a full explanation of what he did and the photos that photo that he used to build the model.
Maybe, maybe the barn was part of an HOA and they had to mow it.
All right, here it is.
You really, Marcus, you've really screwed up this time.
Detail score.
You shouldn't have judged them so hard, Marcus.
Details 4?
No, detail score was 1. and additional comments. Beautiful model, but no detailed parts. All your work is scratch building construction. Put some stuff in the barn and you'll kill it. Great work.
What?
Yeah. Okay. And that
You
was a
built it
1 out of
stick by
20.
stick.
Huh?
You built it stick by stick.
Yeah. Well, I know that. And I think they knew it. But anyway.
This wasn't
But that
detailed
person
enough, I
was
guess.
looking for details, and so
Yeah. All right.
have them.
3, I got a 20 out of 25 conformity because I guess they looked at the photo and noticed it looked like it. And then 4 was finish and lettering. I got a 20 out of 25 on that one. But here's another one. 8. No, 5 was scratch build. Let me see what they said there. Scratch build. Good work. Have plans and photos. And I'm like, did you not open my book? Because I had plenty of photos and I had a plan. And then additional, barn scene should not have such pretty grass. What's that say? Something.
We screwed
Wait a
up. Is
minute.
what it should have said.
Something, I can't read their writing. On barn and sign is nice. Because I hand painted the sign with a stencil I made. So anyway.
Well, I think under the detail part, they were disappointed there was no ditch lights or sound decoder added to the model. So.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway,
Grab
I had the leader guy of the room. I said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I made sure everyone was gone. I didn't want to start a scene or act disappointed. I said, "Could you come over here and look at this score sheet for me?" And he came over and he looked at it and he said, "Oh, a 1." He said, "I don't know that I've ever seen a 1 being given for that before."
No, that's a serious bitch slap.
And then he said, no, listen, then he says, that must be a typo. And I said, no, usually people don't put the little flag at the top and the little line at the bottom if it's not a 1. And then he says, if I would have seen that, I'd have had that group rejudge. Because, you have like 5 groups judging. You have detail, construction, finish, conformity. There's 3 guys in each of those groups. But these 3 guys did not like me.
Well, you're pretty.
Anyway, I got it rescored. Ray rescored it with me, and he gave me a big whopping 12.
Who's Ray?
For detail.
Who's Ray?
The head guy for the NMRA.
That's great.
Ray's Peering. What's his last name? Doc?
It's
Persing.
It's Ray Persing. Yep.
Yeah.
He is the
Ray
the,
Persing. Okay. Yeah. We should get
he's
him on
over
here.
the AP program.
He wanted to argue with me about it because he picked the barn up, and I'm like, well, there you go. At least he's looking at it. 'Cause I told him in the description, pick it up and handle it. It's not fragile. And he said, oh, first thing I can tell here is you don't have a foundation. And I went, I don't see a foundation in that photo. And he said, well, we all know buildings have foundations. And I said, it could have been a pole barn. You don't know. And then I weathered all the siding that I made, from scratch on the inside, on the walls. I weathered it because I knew a barn would have weathered inside. And he said, oops, here's a problem. The metal on the roof would never be that shiny up in the attic. You gotta be kidding me. So anyway,
Wow.
I just threw my hands up and went, all right, just kind of get a merit on that maybe, and I'll be happy. Anyway, I got a merit. So
To the
Tough crowd.
NMRA's credit and to Ray's credit, I know that there's a lot of effort behind the scenes to try to make judging for AP and for all that stuff more consistent, because it is very much who'd you get that day, and there isn't like a rigid standard. So I know that there's a lot of work happening to try to tighten that up and make it more consistent across the board.
yeah, there is. They have a.
Can I just say something before you go on, Scott? Derek, you're not helping.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
no, they have this new sheet out. It's called the Evaluation Feedback Form, AP 903 V7.
The AP 903 V7. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
See, the V8's going to fix all of this.
Yeah.
Wait for the V8 form to come out, okay?
Yeah.
But they have another sheet that they carry, and they call it the Matrix.
Ah.
Yep, that is how you get at your numbers.
Yep, and evidently my barn doesn't measure up to the Matrix.
Sounds like you should have stepped in, Daniel.
I'm just a division AP chair, so it's a little beyond my.
But you could have stepped in and
level.
said Scott's a close personal friend, and.
But
If I
now,
had been there-
can I say one more thing?
Can we stop you?
Edit them out.
Thank you for letting me vent. But anyway, I was a judge. I volunteered to be a judge, and I had to. What do you call it?
and every model he judged got one for detail.
No, I had to excuse myself when they got to something scratch built or a locomotive, and I was like, "Wow, really? I'm not." That's about everything in here. But anyway, the two guys I was with, they were supposedly teaching me how to be a judge because I've only judged one other time. But it really opened my eyes to how the whole thing works. And it's one man's opinion who has the bigger voice over the other man's opinion. Because the one guy says, no, I think it looks really good. Well, you got to think of it this way. You didn't do this. And look, there wouldn't be this there if that. And so the louder guy wins every time of what the final score would be that they're given. And I was like, well, that's not really fair. So why do we have 2-3 guys voting if only this guy gets the last word? You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't each person vote individually and then you take the aggregate of those scores?
That's what we do.
Well, that's what should be happening. But the clan I was with, this one guy, he was evidently the builder of all builders and the modeler of all modelers. And if it wasn't done the way he would do it, then it didn't get a good score.
You didn't take your awards with you, did you? You should have packed all your awards with you and taken them with you. We got to
I packed them all away and put them up in the attic.
What'd you do that for?
I came back. I was so depressed over this. I almost quit the whole hobby.
Well,
Yeah, this was detrimental.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God. It was fun though. I learned a lot. I really did. But and then Doc and I go park one morning. And we're
hold
walking
on,
in.
hold on. That's more information. Was this like 2 a.m. or something?
No, wait a minute. Let me explain. Doc knew we're the only 2 free parking spots in downtown Chattanooga were, so he took me one morning. And as we're walking to the convention, we passed by an antique car garage. So then I spent the rest of the morning there, and then almost the whole next morning there. Actually, I was torn between 2 places.
So what did you buy at the antique car garage?
Nothing. I actually sold something, but
what did you sell?
Of course you did.
Yeah, would you sell one of your cars?
no, I sold one of my trailers. So anyway, it's a really cool museum / active antique car garage. And the guy he's a pretty cool guy.
So did you buy anything, Doc?
Yeah, I bought a shirt, Coker Museum shirt.
Oh, okay.
To support them.
All right, for sure.
Because I went back with Marcus another day. We went through it.
You and Marcus parked?
Yeah, we did at the fenced-in area.
We parked in their museum for the day. We paid.
Got to be out by 4, but we could park.
So
I know what you were saying. You know what, Lionel? You're rude.
So one of these pictures of the last question about this great train ride, there's a picture here I found on the Heartland Division in N scale on Thursday. The Norfolk Heartland Division N scale. And there's a picture of all you guys together, Daniel and Marcus and everybody, a bunch of you together, rail fanning this train. So did you guys all kind of find each other while you were doing this? And Chris is there and everybody's in this picture, rail fanning this train.
Well, Chris kind of told us where to go. A good spot to go. We were Seth and I were headed out to find the train coming back that afternoon, and just we talked to Chris, and he told us what a good spot was to set up, and that there would probably be a photo run by there. So we all ended up in that one spot. It's a college, and there was a big parking lot there, so there was quite a few people there waiting for it.
Yeah, because it's Daniel and Marcus and Chris, and not everybody's in the picture, and you guys
I
were
wasn't there.
No, you were on.
train.
There's a picture of you on
You're
the,
in every picture taken of the train that day.
Yeah. You're in the. There's a picture of you hanging out the door.
What happened was earlier in the day, I had an open house, and after that, Daniel and I and Josh Oporowski and my assistant Nick, we all met for lunch, and then we went over and waited for the train as it's leaving Somerville, and we shot it there. And then that's when we were kind of just following it north, and that's when I got with Marcus and said, "Hey, go over to this spot at the college because they're going to do a photo run by," because Jonathan, who was on the train, told me that. So we kind of camped out there, and I knew I've been there before, and I knew it was a really good shot. So I mean, we were there for an hour. By the time they brought in and stopped, they had to set two groups of people off and back up. I mean, it was an hour just kind of hanging out there and and then by the time that was done, Daniel and Marcus and you guys chased it north, and I had to go back to do an operating session on my layout. So yeah, so that's how we got together, is we kind of all convened from other, random places. We had three guys, me and two people assisting me for the open house, and then we met up with Daniel, and then we met up with Marcus and them at that photo spot. So,
all right, Daniel, let's finish with one of your stories about the big week, because you said you had many things to talk about.
I do. So since this is on the free channel, I'm going to go with a couple of smaller but significant things.
Well, it's because it's on the free channel. It's sponsored by White Rose Hobbies.
Absolutely.
Where if you have any chicken and detail needs, that's the place to go.
They will handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
Scratch building supplies too.
Oh, scratch building. Yeah, if you want to build something if you want to build a barn stick by stick, boom. You want messy grass? That's the place to be. WhiteRoseHobbies.com. But we'll mention them again before we're done. Go ahead, Daniel.
So I started my day off on Monday in the business meeting for the NMRA, where we threw our pitch for having the 2029 convention in Indy, and that was accepted. So we will be the host for the 2029 NMRA convention.
So can we?
How many other people were given a pitch?
We were none. We were the only ones.
Well, best.
It was there was a lot of requests. Right. The general direction seems to be having less divisions and regions competing against each other and just lining them out. However, we still had to make a very solid pitch with a lot of financial information for the board. We had to prove that we could do this. So,
did you really? Like, do you think at any point they were going to refuse you if they had no other?
I will say now, I will be at that one because that's only 8 hours from my house.
So you can drive to it.
Yep.
Do you think by then you'll have learned how to do a model for the contest room?
I'm not building any more models. That's all behind me. I've learned my lesson. But anyway, keep on, Daniel. I'm sorry.
If the board doesn't like your response or your pitch, if it does not contain enough information to sell them on, they'll send you packing back to rework it. Ours went through with flying colors. The guy that I put in as the lead for the convention, the chair, is outstanding, and so it'll be a good one.
So you put in you put in a guy to be the guy running it.
Yeah.
Really? So
here's the thing. I asked Gordy for a favor.
Well, hang on. I have questions. Did this guy know that you were going to put him in as the?
Yeah, I asked him.
Oh, okay.
I asked him if he'd be willing to chair it.
So did you make the presentation?
I did not. Did not.
Okay.
He did, because he's much better at it than me. That's the problem. So I agreed, hey, I'll start this ball rolling. And then I got the right people in place, and then I kind of stepped back and just, I don't know. I'm the region convention chair, so it's something I should be involved with. So, but yeah, I got the right people in the way, are in place, and then I got the heck out of the way because I am not qualified at the level they are. So just an absolutely awesome presentation, and the board loved it. And so that's that.
So who's the guy that you put in charge?
John Poray is his name. And he has done convention planning for much, much larger national professional level things. So this is pretty easy. He knew what to go hit the hotels up for concessions and goodies, and has done an outstanding job. So
I don't suppose by chance you happen to be the guy that assigned the partnership and what's the other and marketing director? Did you?
Oh, I might know something about that.
Yeah. Oh, so you were involved in that too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, not in setting him up, just in helping him be successful and laughing at him once I found out who it was.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So is that your big story that you got the national convention to Indianapolis? No, that's
one good one. The second big story, which will be of interest to any member, was announced Friday evening at a membership meeting, and that is that the NMRA is dropping membership price to $50 a year, down from the $68. So
wow. So $49.95?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you didn't really even have to go to the convention to find that out.
Nope.
When does that take place?
Immediately, from what I understand. And if you have signed up under the $68 plan already, then they will bump you out the extra amounts for the extra months that equal the amount extra you spent.
So do we know of any programs they've cut out to make room for this massive price deduction? Because it's a price deduction of what, 30%?
Yeah, it's Derek not getting paid to do what he's doing.
Oh, really?
Derek took a cut. Thanks, Derek.
Derek's taking it in the neck.
Happy to provide
very kind
for
of
the
him.
NMRA community.
Yeah.
So those are the two big things that I had that will be of general interest to larger, the larger population on the free channel. However, if we have time, I'm happy to explain my Sunday morning when I arrived and what I found at the convention.
We certainly
We're out of time.
we're going to be at David.
We got to talk about Chris now.
I thought we were done.
We're going to talk about Chris in the part 2 of this NMRA Chattanooga National Convention debriefing.
Okay.
We're going to start with Chris. David?
Yes.
Can I make an observation?
Go for it.
So now Derek what's your official title, Derek?
I am going to be the director of marketing and partnerships.
Okay. So you're going to be the person that handles the social media and all this sort of stuff.
That's one component of a broad
One component of the many facets you're going to handle.
Yeah, it's a broad range.
Okay. David?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like this is going to blow up in my face?
Well, yeah, I think that it might be. I mean, judging on your track record, my friend, I think you might want to distance yourself from Derek.
Yeah. Can we just somehow explain? Can we just explain to the world I had nothing to do with this? This is all Daniel's fault.
And I also like to go on the record, if I may, that if Derek ever decides to run for the presidency of the NMRA, I would like to point out that I will definitely become a member just to not vote for him.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
And Scott's going to be like, if he doesn't change the rules for the judging, he's not going to vote for him. Derek, you are going down a slippery slope here, buddy.
Honestly, I think if I ran on a platform of give Scott first place, I'd probably pick up 5 or 10 votes.
Yeah, that's true. You very well could.
Scott knows some people. Scott has some friends, about a dozen people maybe.
It doesn't sound like it anymore.
No. Believe me, you guys have no idea. I have no friends anymore.
Well,
Not even in low places.
Yeah. We're your friends, Scott. We're friends.
Believe me. Yeah. All right, anyway, I'm not going there. But
Well,
anyway,
I think we should give Scott a first place and put the award up on our website. Yeah, some pictures of the barn, a certificate, and all of that.
yeah.
And this way, his first
There we
place
go.
trophy can live in perpetuity.
Yeah, we'll make us. Yeah, let's get a certificate
the only
made.
problem is I burned all the photos as of right now in the barn I stepped on.
I was
Derek-
so
I
upset.
I can't
hope
tell if he's
Derek's
being
not the
serious
one
or
in
not.
charge of the website.
So now gather it all back up, put it back together, and put
Yeah.
a little detail on it. And you can have a scratch build model of a demolished barn.
There you go.
You know,
But
you
could you
can.
One
weather
that's
the
been through
grass a little bit better?
I wish Chris Costello was here because you can also get chickens and geese and all those sorts of things from JL Innovative.
I know. I should have
And
called
gaskets.
him first. Yeah.
And you know who else? I bet you Wallace Locomotive Works, who happens to sell their products through White Rose Hobbies.
Oh, that is right.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can't go wrong with White Rose Hobbies. If you just go to whiterosehobbies.com. And Ryan and Thomas, I'm telling you guys right now, if you don't come back on the show, I want to talk to Ryan about his Flying Yankee model. Like, come on, I want to talk about the Flying Yankee. They've been stalling me about talking about their cool Flying Yankee, and I want to talk about that because I think that is very, very
That
cool.
would be fun to talk about.
It would be fun to talk about. You can get it's made by Bethlehem Car Works, which is a division of White Rose Hobbies. And if you go to White Rose Hobbies and their search bar and just type in Flying Yankee, it comes up and it's $3.99 with and that one comes. I'm going to click on this and see what it comes. All right, let's see what the $3.99 is. Let's see. Wow, they even have a video. I saw it running at the last Springfield show. It was very, very cool. It's very, very cool. And you get get instructions. Well, there you go. And it comes with
That's even better.
and it comes with details.
Yeah, like little chickens and
Yeah, there's a chicken on the roof. And I think that's the one without DCC. And then for $5.99, you get it with DCC sound lighting. It's the deluxe kit. It comes in kit form, but it's like I think it's like 3 cars or something. It's
That's
very,
pretty cool.
very. It's very, very cool. And as far as I'm concerned, Scott, you're still the best model builder I've ever met.
yeah. Oh, by the way, I
I'm in.
bought 2 more RS1 kits.
Attaboy. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Thanks to David Start.
Way to go, David Start. Okay, we got to get and him and his brother. They stopped at the Cass Scenic Railroad on their way out to Chattanooga.
Yep.
So that was cool. And they drove.
Good call.
Yeah, very good call. What show was it? Was it when we were talking again? When we were talking to Steve Goring, I think I talked about how I took my wife on the Cass Scenic Railroad when she was 5 months pregnant. I think that's. And I remember.
That might have not been such a good
No, I was saying to them, and I remember we were about halfway up the mountain, and I looked over at her, and I thought to myself, Lionel, I says, this was a really bad idea.
That's not like one of the smoothest railroads.
No.
Oh my God. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, hands down.
Oh yeah, walking
As
away.
if we needed further proof.
Yeah, exactly. It's been going on for years.
Yeah. Wow, I just figured that out. What a nut roll.
Chris, you should take a large drink of your half bottle of warm water and get ready because we're going to start out the Patreon episode with you and all your excitement for the national convention.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to hear that because that's the most awesome N-scale layout. Oh, yeah. It changed my whole outlook on N-scale. And now I got to go see Marcus's N-scale. I'll probably be doing a lot of N-scale watching. I mean, that thing ran like a Swiss watch.
Would you grade his layout as a 1?
Yeah, how was the detail?
Oh, it was. Oh, the detail was right up there around 20.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so neatly done. You don't even notice that it's not really all complete. That's the cool thing about it. And he admits it's not complete. It's complete running, but all the details not done, but you don't notice it because how he has the track blended with the road bed. I mean, it's just amazing to me. I mean, he did an outstanding job on that layout.
Did you notice his backdrop at all?
Yeah, there was a little section down there near the hillocks. It was probably about 2 foot long. It looked like something from Canada or something.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Barb,
What about the corners?
Yeah.
Oh, they were great. They were really kind of pointy.
Sharply done.
Yeah,
They
they
were
were
sharp.
very sharp.
Yeah, he's got a few bruises on his hip.
Yeah, but the layout, there's so much room. That's not even a problem. I mean,
And Chris,
rounded corners are for layouts that doesn't have very much aisle space. So
Chris,
he did good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris,
Go ahead, caller.
I know you were making a joke and you were just being, it was levity, but I'm a little sensitive about hips right now.
Oh, sorry. Strike that one. Edit that one out, Lionel.
No, Lionel, it's your leg, not your hip. Come on.
No, it's my hip. Well,
The leg bone's connected to the
Yeah.
hip bone.
the only thing
I'm ready for part 2. I'm excited.
the only thing that saves me is I keep saying to myself, well, this is a hockey injury, so I can live with it. Can you imagine if it was just like I'd been playing volleyball or something? I wouldn't. Oh my God, I could never
Or
deal with
soccer.
Or you
it.
fell down the
Soccer,
stairs.
yeah, I fell down
Soccer.
playing soccer. But this way I can say, well, I got in a fight and a guy fell on me and blah blah blah. All right, Marcus, we need the email address.
Okay, so if you'd like to reach us by email, you can contact us at modelerslife@gmail.com. That's modelers with one L like scratch built, not 2 L's like detailed model.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That was good, Marco.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So
I give him more than a 1 for that.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
right up
Well,
there.
I give
One
you
and a half.
12. 12 out of 28.
Hey,
That was
guy.
keeping the movement moving.
Hey guys, I just had a thought. Maybe we should change our scoring system for the Kelly questions from 1 out of 20, like 0 to 20. So then the score will be like even less. Like you got it's not 1 out of 100. It's like 1 out of 20. So you got like 0.20 or something. Let's see. Oh yeah. So if you didn't catch that email address, if you go to our website, amodelerslife.com, and scroll down just a little bit, there's a widget there, and all you got to do is fill in your text and your email at your title, and hit send, and you don't have to do nothing else, and it whisks its way off to our website, yes, our website, and we answer it. And right now there's a guy out there, if you're listening, he's the vice president of the operations SIG, and he wants to be on the podcast. And I sent him an email, and I never got a reply. And also Ron Flannery, who's not listening, and I don't blame him because he's way too talented to be listening to this. We're coming at I'm going to answer your email, but he's coming on the show too. He said he'd be honored. I can hardly wait to talk to Ron Flannery. His photography is fantastic.
Yeah, it'd be nice just to talk to him because he's honored. Find out what's wrong with him. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you like this podcast, which is on the free channel, and you like twice as much podcasting every week, for just a few cents a day, you can join our Patreon channel, which is doing quite well. And you can get 2 podcasts every week. Like you'll be able to listen to the exciting end of this podcast, which will be all about our buddy Chris Wayman and the Norfolk and Southern Heartland Division in N-Scale and all that stuff. And if you join the T-shirt level, then you're entered into the contest at Sweeping the Globe. Hey, dude, where's my shirt? And I feel like that there might be a movement on that in the next few months. I'm hoping so. And I think that's it, isn't it, Marcus?
Mm-hmm. We're good.
All right, we need to take a group vote here. Who do we let take us out of here? Any suggestions? Oh, should be Seth because he's been such a chatterbox during the whole thing.
I've been on mute.
Why? Do you understand the basic principles of an audio podcast?
They've been explained.
Okay.
He doesn't get them, but they've been explained.
Yeah. Yeah, when he was an emergency doctor. I went in once and I cut myself with my chainsaw. I went in and Doc was the doctor on duty, and I walked out to him and I said, I hurt myself with my chainsaw. And he says, "Ooh, that there's blood." He says, "That looks pretty bad," and walked away.
Grossed me out.
Yeah, grossed them out. Yeah. Okay, Doc, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. So remember, a Modeler's Life podcast is considered marginally adequate by 6 out of 10
Home railroad tour attendees that show up on the wrong day.
It's another Lincoln Homer.
Oh, nice. That was a good one.
That was good.
Yeah, he was paying attention. You know what? He used some of his own experiences and relayed them in the closing.
It was Marcus's fault.
It's always my fault.